Greetings, fellow traders. Bubba here. It's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Friday, October the 9th, 2020. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we're at the market here today. So SPX up 34 points, got a little push there thanks to Larry Kudlow. And so we got a little bit of a move there. Weekly chart still looking pretty good here to finish the week after we moved off of that weekly hammer out of the corrective channel. Yesterday, actually turned into a pause day, kind of like a little pause doji sandwich here into today's up move. Gap below here. But we were leaning bullish going into today because we'll show you in a little bit here on the S&P futures. The SPY is continuing to push right here into our next signal zone up, but again, low volume right here. But if we look at the S&P futures, why are we kind of bullish mindset going into today? So let's take a look here. So a couple things happened last night that were really important, right? So we had we had a nasty day yesterday, right? There's no doubt that it was grindy. We did get some short opportunities right here, but they really kind of gave the move that we were looking for, that strong move over our signal zone right here after hours, right? And then they pushed it up a little bit, we chopped around. But the very, very important thing is that we stayed above yesterday's high all night, right? The real-time high, right? The real trading hours right here. Oh boy, things are going long right here. I took stops right around here on that last trade that I just showed on Twitter there. It's all good. We'll get back to it in a little bit. Don't want to get greedy, but this is why we were leaning bullish today. Now, did we have a nasty open today? Yeah, it was really like kind of choppy and grindy here this morning, and we did break out of this this kind of grindy channel right here. We got back to our signal zone here, which is our drop area right here. We kind of paused there for a little bit, and then we pushed into the larger signal zone above, and that kind of triggered us to look to go long. And then once that news came out, with Kudlow saying that they're getting really close to stimulus bills and all that stuff, boom, just a perfect news trade along with our technicals. So you got to love that stuff. So good stuff there. Let's say with the MES and see how things are looking here into today. Obviously, things are looking bullish right now. So let's see if that can continue. Again, looks like we got was that a double inside or looks like a double inside 5 here. Yeah, so double inside 5 on that one. Again, geometric lines here are just kind of futile right now, right? So let's just kind of see how well this holds, right? If anything here, this is kind of like the start of a larger wave, right? So we had maybe a wave move here up, A, B triangle, C, type down move, and then, we're working. Clearly, this is a fresh impulsive wave up, right? So we're just going to need to keep an eye on it and see if it gives us a wave 2, right? And then continues to work its way back up and see how the wave count goes here. So figure 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe we'll see a wave 4 and then another push up. We'll see how it goes in the day. Again, low volume today, but nice volume in that big up move there in the futures. Let's say with the Qs and see how they behave. Obviously, they didn't mind the push there in the market, so they've just been kind of grinding up nicely here all day. Let's take a look at the IWM. There was a little bit of a squeeze there in the cruise lines this morning, but that wasn't enough to bring things up. Boeing gave a nice pop here too, that kind of helped the airlines, things like that. So we're kind of back into this rising channel right here on the IWM. So let's see how that goes in today. Apple was a great trade for the group this morning. We bought the dip at the open. I just guys, yesterday, we talked about it last night on the live stream, so there'll be a link to it at the end of this video if you guys didn't catch it. But we had a really good congestion zone right here, right? We talked about these congestion zones being areas of potential support. On Fridays, I do not like buying breakouts, right? During the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll catch some nice moves at the open where we get some breakouts on some strong moves that are looking good. I do not like doing it on Friday because you have no theta in there, right? There's no time decay. So if any little pullback can really, really affect the option. So what we want to do is we want to look for dip buys or strong retraces, right? There's actually a 382 retrace right here, which actually gave a pretty decent move up. But this morning, this was the area, right, to buy the dip, right into that congestion zone. We got a nice move up there on Apple. Let's take a look at Tesla. All right, so Tesla is trying to make a little bit of a move right here. It's kind of getting a little wedgish. It's coming into a congestion zone right here where it's finding resistance, but over this 435 level could get interesting going into the rest of the day. Let's take a look at a couple other names that were interesting here this morning, earlier today. AMD. Okay, so AMD bought Xilinx, right? So, or they're in advanced talks supposedly with buying Xilinx right here. So kind of keep an eye on it, right? So the one thing I liked about this, I like the inside 15 under the 80 MA here, and it broke down the 15 orb. We thought it would retrace today a little bit better, but it ended up deciding to be weak right here. So it gave us a little bit of volume out of here for a little bit of a short side action. It's got another inside 15 here. Maybe it wants to test the pre-market lows today. But again, don't fight the tailwinds of the market, right? It's the only thing I can say. I mean, Nasdaq's strong and all that stuff. So I don't like going loner on a a short when the Nasdaq is ripping and like all the a lot of the big names are ripping too in the SPX too. So anyway, just something to keep an eye on there. Gold still hanging in there. It's a little bit interesting that it was gapping up pretty high this morning, right? So it's maybe looking for a little risk off over the weekend. So we'll see how that goes there. And I just need to mention Kodak just because. Because why not? Because it's just crazy, right? So it's like, oh yeah, look at this, all this volume. I mean, they do this all the time with Kodak, right? Throw a bunch of volume in this thing, let it go up, and then just flush it. So anyway, so there's Kodak for you. So good stuff there. We got a couple chart requests out there here today. Really appreciate you guys sending those in. So let's take a look at Roku. So Roku, we've been looking for a retrace on this thing one of these days, but I guess that was all we had here today. I was looking for a push down below yesterday's lows to maybe get into this gap here, but still an inside day on this one as Roku looks like it's going into outer space. So we'll see how that goes here today. Workhorse, again, guys, these electric vehicle names are all over the place. Nikola and all that stuff. Now Nikola is talking about we're an integration provider or something like that. I mean, technology integration provider. I mean, I thought you guys were making cars, right? So Workhorse, who knows what these guys do, but they are putting it in inside day. So let's see if it can break out those levels. Again, just be real careful with Workhorse. It can break your heart, right? So that's the only thing I'd say there. Chewy started to perk up here today, so Buddy's been active here buying. So he's an active tape reader, and he works for Milk Bones. But we got a nice pop here over the 15 orb high today, so that kind of got Chewy going. So you look at those names off the iBuy that are looking pretty strong there today. Boeing's another one that we're still keeping an eye on here too. I like the general strength of it, on the intraday basis. I am thinking it's gonna, if it closes strong today, I am thinking it might work its way up to that 173 level to the scene of the breakdown. If we kind of zoom out a little bit right here, it's been grinding its way up there. So this is kind of a little bit of a liquidation event right there. So it's even kind of work its way up there over the next couple days still. Again, I'd like to see it close strong. At this point now, off the retrace of that down move, we are at, if we just kind of start, here, we are at the over the 618 on that one. If we just go from the high of the day before things, before all the people that knew what was going on before it happened right there, we're kind of at the 618. So let's see if we can close. I'd like to see it close above the 15 orb today. Maybe get there's an opportunity to reach that, kind of 174 level on Boeing. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on there. GME. Okay, up about 73 cents today. It was kind of tricky here for everybody, right? Anybody who went long at the close, it's like, oh no, I'm getting out right here, and then they buy the dip on that one. So it's kind of holding this range right here. Again, the really tricky part with GME is, it was a great day and a great week so far, but it's running into a lot of weekly resistance up here, even though it is kind of working on a gap right now. So we'll see how that goes for GME. FSLY, has it's just epic, right? Let's check out the daily chart here. Hold on. Hello, waiting for a little data to come through. Oh, FSLY. There we go. Epic, right? So big move yesterday. That really did turn into a pause candle. So that's why we look at the those highs right there. Once we push it above those highs, right, you can see here on the intraday chart, right, that gave us a nice move. Also corresponding with the 15 orb level right there, which gave a nice move up on FSLY for anybody comfortable trading that one. And good, that's it. So good stuff, guys. I really appreciate the request. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your trading day. And if you don't catch us on the market wrap, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Be sure to check out our newsletter. Links in the descriptions. And everybody, stay healthy out there. Maybe risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.